alcohol, pornography, and then you mentioned drugs now.
Yeah.
How did that start?
So drugs, for me, that was a lot harder to get. And that didn't start until about 15 or 16. And, it sounds crazy to a lot of people, but one day I just woke up and I was like, I'm going to do drugs. Like I just decided one day I was 100% drug free. I'd never experimented with anything, didn't smoke any weed, didn't do any of that. And
Not even cigarettes?
No, nothing.
Wow.
And one day I woke up and I said, well, if I'm going to do drugs, I'm going to do drugs. So I was like, I'm going to do cocaine. Because like to me, that made sense. Like if I'm going to commit and be a drug type of person, I'm not going to waste my time with some of these other drugs. And
with the soft stuff.
Yeah, working my way up to it.
Hardcore.
I was like, no, let's go time. And I went straight to cocaine and started taking pills, and I quickly had an overdose. I'd say not long after starting at all. I had an overdose, and my parents found out, and they had a little, like one of those drug tests. You pee in the cup, and it tells all the things. And I tested positive for like 4 or 5 different drugs at the time. And
when you overdosed, where were you? Was it at home?
I was at home.
Alone?
And well, my mom was there, and we had sat down to watch a movie, and my brother was there too. I have an older brother and a younger sister. And I like passed out, sort of like blacked out. And my mom's like, that's weird. She fell asleep. I never take naps. Like I'm one of those people that once I'm awake, I'm awake. So it was odd that I would fall asleep during a movie. And my brother starts laughing because like I'm like passed out in a very weird and awkward position, like not in a position someone would take a nap.
Yes.
So they were, of course, concerned. And right away, my mom realized that I was not taking a nap. So she started making some phone calls, I guess called a doctor friend of hers. And one of the things at the time, now this was 15 or 16, so high school, I wanted to go into law enforcement. I wanted to actually join the military, do that for a while, do EOD stuff, and then be a bomb tech, come out and do that as a cop and be a bomb tech either on a big police force or even go fed and do ATF explosive stuff. Yeah. So, I had my whole life figured out, right? Even though it was a mess. I'm like, I know what I'm going to do.
It's all planned out. Yeah.
And so I had it all figured out. And my mom was like, I can't, if we take her to the hospital, this could end up on a record and then disqualify her later on from joining the military or joining, having a career.
Yes.
So she then got the test kit and made sure I was okay and that sort of thing. And once I came to, she had me take the test. And I remember, now keep in mind, I'm 15, 16 years old.
Yes.
I remember when I woke up from that, I was on their bed in their bedroom, and I'm staring at their ceiling fan. And I remember looking at it, and I'm like, oh man, like I'm still alive. And I remember my mom saying, like, you could have died. And my thought was, I wish I would have, because at that point I was already struggling so much. It felt like I was trying to grab at something, at anything, and nothing was working. Pornography wasn't working. The self-harm behavior, which was still going on, that wasn't working.
So you didn't stop when you were doing the alcohol and the drugs?
No, I mean, I switched to, like, instead of cutting myself, I was burning myself, or like chemical burns and stuff, like leaving some really nasty scars. And
do you still have the scars?
Oh yeah, they're there to this day. And it's tough to see them because in a way it's like, gosh, like I remember those days. It's a constant reminder. But in a way, I now see how God carried me through a lot of that. And so in a way, I need that reminder to show me like how much he has sustained me, because I can get cocky now and be like, oh, well, I have a good prayer life and I haven't done those things in a while. And that's my pride, because the reality is that in a second I could fall back into it and be right back doing those things again. Like I'm totally capable of doing those things. It's God's grace that sustains me now. So those scars are a reminder, but in a way it's like, yes, Lord, like thank you for saving me from myself.